Okay, 7:56, Wakiwa Springs. We're going to the state park here. On a summer day, I bet this thing people are waiting because there's not that many parking spots in here. And so there's 4 cars waiting right here, but I bet they have this giant right turn lane up in front of us. And I bet people are waiting all down that road right there for this park. So, because once it's full, and then they turn people away. So that's what we're looking at. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
All right, so we came into Wakiwa here, and Wakiwa Springs. We're at the state park now. You know, we're a week and a half about from the hurricane, and so we're unable to launch our kayaks, and it's because of the hurricane. They have downed items on the beach and supposedly across the water. And some of this area, they're not even open. There's other places to launch from besides the park here, and they're not actually open either. Like Wakiwa Island is not open. He was telling us it was pretty bad there. So, you know, we were kind of curious about how that was going to go, and so we're going to take a walk down here to check it out. Vehicle with the kayaks on it. Looks like they'll be staying there today. And we're just going to go down to the launch. We're not supposed to launch today, but we're going to check it out just because we haven't, you know, been here before. We want to see what it looks like here. Yeah, so we walked down to this launch area, and we're just checking it out. It looks like you walk your canoe or your kayak down here, and then you go and drop it here. See, it seems like the water's way higher than normal, you know? Look at that, it's really pretty though, the reflections on the water and everything. It's really cool. The water has to be higher than normal because if you look at the ramp over there, it's like in the water. They give you a good map here. I actually got this map when I went into the ranger station and paid to get in. He gave me this map here, which is super cool because, I mean, that's a great thing because I can use it when I come back. And there's obviously some other things, other places that you can launch from, but yeah. There's the wild turkeys cruising around, and it says please do not feed the wildlife, so no feeding of the turkeys. Yeah, that's pretty fun. So they have these boardwalks here. Looks like there's a little area to shower over there if you need to.
That side.
So here's the spring. This is actually the area where you can swim. Looks like there's some fish jumping over there. Huh. And the water's super clear though. So if they're there, you can see them. So there is a place to get food here. Wakiwa Springside Grill. And yeah, it looks like you can get your burgers and your hot dogs and stuff like that. The hours are 10 to 4. So that's kind of cool. And then down from the grill, you have this nice little pathway. Yeah, so everything's really high. So this is what you're running into. You come over here and then you have this water here, and that's that. So that's what's stopping you from going to some of these things here. So when you look across the lake, you can see a keep off sign there. Way in the water right there. I'm trying to zoom in for you. Yeah, so it is obviously, when it says keep off and the water's up there, that's a problem. And then we have this area over here where this is normally a walking trail, so you can't go in there. They have these cones here to kind of keep you out here. Yeah, so there's a bunch of down branches. I was just talking to a guy over here. He seems like a local, and he said that at one point this was probably 3 feet higher than normal. And so you have 3 feet higher than normal, but right now it's probably about 2 feet higher than normal or so. But you can imagine 2 feet when you bust the bank like this, then it's up into the trails and it's up into the boardwalk. And so this area is still trying to recover from the hurricane a week and a half later. There are people swimming in there. It's not that you can't swim. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a tree that fell in over there. Yeah. So, yeah, look at that guy. So here's a map of some different things that you can do here. There's some primitive campgrounds where you can hike back and stay. Some of them are along the water, right? Like Camp Cozy here, Big Buck, Otter Camp. That's definitely a water camp, but you can walk to those. Some of them, like Sand Lake back here, where you can actually walk back. It looks like, you know, a mile or two from here to get back there. And then that would be just down this trail here. So Sand Lake, yeah, 1.9 miles. Campground is actually 1.1 miles. So you hike a mile down this trail and then you can do some primitive camping. So this is the campground outside of Wakiwa Springs, or, you know, it's in Wakiwa Springs on the other end for the camping area. Not a bad looking site. Some of the sites have hookups for RVs. Are you seeing them here?
Mm-hmm, I am. You can see some
electric.
Of these. They have electric. They have water. They have a picnic bench. They're real private. Lots of room between them. You know, I think they're actually very nice spots.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Lots of squirrels, so beware.
And we used to do a lot of camping with the trailer before we moved out here, and we didn't always stay in a spot that had hookups. We did a lot of roughing it camping, so to speak. Roughing it in a dry camping in a trailer, yeah.
Yeah, so very nice spots because they've cleared them out. They're nice and sandy, gravelly.
Yeah.
They even have a fire pit. We saw that in that last one.
Sure. Which in out west, that's a no-no nowadays, putting fires.
Yeah, this you could really have the fire and the whole deal.
Yeah.
Picnic outside, very nice.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I really like it.
Have to maybe come back and camp for a night.
Yeah.
And then go to kayaking.
Yes, exactly. That'd be great.
All right, so there's a little tour of Wakiwa Springs, and I'm gonna have to come back and do it with the kayaks. It's still a little early and a little chilly to be getting in the water. That water is about 70 degrees, which is not cold when it's warm, but it's still early and we can't kayak. So, but yeah, it's definitely a place I want to come back to. It's up near Apopka area, and you know, if you want to get outside of Orlando, it's not too far. Maybe, depending on where you are, 45 minutes to get up here, and it's not bad. So a good way to get away from the city for sure. So come check it out. So after our shutdown over at the Springs, we decided to cruise into Winter Garden, and we're at Newton Park, which is just right by downtown. And then of course over here is Lake Apopka. So we're just gonna go ahead and have our
Public sandwich.
public sandwich. Yeah, so you got to do the public sandwich thing here. You know, that's what you do. Okay. Now that I'm eating my sandwich, I have a bunch of friends here.
We're drawing in a crowd.
I wonder what they want.
They're not getting anything.
Okay, so here we are, sitting here, and all of a sudden I notice this guy right here. And that would be an alligator. So there you go. So there you go. I was asking for it, and there it is. There's a turtle and an alligator right next to each other. The alligator's all green. It's all that stuff that's in the water that's on him right now, you know?
Yeah, he blends in, so I didn't even see him.
Yeah, you saw the turtle at first, right?
Exactly.
Turtle coming up. Well, there's two of them there.
Spider web at every corner.
Another guy. Little alligator chilling. Closed his eyes. This guy sitting up here.
His eyes are really open. Bye bye. Bye bye.
He's a bigger guy, isn't he?
Bye bye. Huh? Rar, rar. Rar, rar. Rar, 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 rar. Rar, 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 rar. Rar. Rar, rar, rar. I'm an alligator.
Yeah, so there it is. We did a little touring of the area, and that's the first time I've seen an alligator in the wild out here, and well, for a long time. I've seen them once before, but since I've been here, that's the first alligator I've seen, and there was a bunch of them over there. So it's been pretty fun. You know, obviously we didn't get to kayak, but we just have been exploring, and this winter garden downtown is really cute. I think we're gonna bump up to a place and try and get some sourdough bread, maybe some good French bread. We're gonna go to a little bakery. That's one thing that I haven't really found here yet, is some really good bread. We did have some good French bread when we went to Chefs de France in Epcot. But other than that, the grocery stores, like, you know, Publix doesn't know what good French bread is. So we're gonna see if we can't find some here.